Hi, welcome to another Power Blast podcast. I'm not in my typical gym this time around. Hillary and I have moved up into a temporary place here in Calgary, Alberta. Wow. And I just want to share, I'm continuing. I started with a group this past week. Actually, we started on right on New Year's Eve with Les Mills Combat, and I'm really liking the program. Now, the past 3 weeks, I've been kind of dabbling with the workouts, mixing in some Tony Horton stuff and some combat and some Asylum too. That's killer workout too. But I really, I'm committed to doing 60 days of the Les Mills Combat. I did get the ultimate version, so I have the extra bonus discs. And so I'm following the plan. Now, I was looking at the guide here, and there's 3 different plans depending on the discs that you did. There's what they call a Les Mills Combat Warrior plan, and then there's a Supreme Warrior, and then there's the Ultimate Warrior hybrid calendar. Now, you'd think hybrid means I'm mixing in a totally different workout program with combat. That's not the case. That's just a blend of the different workouts that are in there. So far, this, I wouldn't have thought all this punching and kicking and stuff like that would make me as sore as I had been, because frankly, I've been doing some Asylum, been doing some P90X stuff, some Les Mills pump stuff. And so I thought, gosh, I was sore in all the right places. But I'll tell you what, this program really targets a lot of different muscle groups with all of the punching, all the kicking, all the squats that you end up doing. And so, I'm feeling my back. I'm really feeling my core, and I'm really already within just a week of starting this. My core, I'm already feeling a lot stronger and really starting to lean out. So I'm really, really excited about that. The nice surprise with this program, I thought every workout was just going to be kicks and punches and stuff like that. And I'm like, how can they vary that except for, maybe the routine that you do? But you do about 5, 6, 7 different forms of martial arts. I don't know, I can't remember all off the top of my head, but you've got some karate in there, and some judo in there, and some boxing in there, and Muay Thai, and just other martial arts types of things. And they just take little snippets and actually choreograph them within the routines that the Les Mills trainers do. But they've got a couple of other programs. One I'm about to do today, it's called a Power HIIT, and they've got 2 high-intensity interval trainings. That's what HIIT stands for. They've got these trainings these HIIT workouts, very short, very sweet, but very intense, because you're doing moves that get your cardio way up there. Your heart's just racing, and then you get kind of like a little break there. It's not insanity type of HIIT, but it does get the heart pumping. And the one I'm doing today actually makes use of dumbbells or the barbell weights. And unfortunately, we weren't able to travel with those for this particular segment of our move, but we'll have that soon. But I'll tell you what, you're not doing the punches and kicks during this Power HIIT. You're doing a lot of squats, a lot of lunges. Man, I'll tell you what, my lower, I think that's what gets the body going, is just the lower part of your legs, just those big, large muscle groups, the blood pumping through there, which gets the heart working and going off the charts. So anyway, I'm going to jump into that and get that done. And I'm going to share my little assessment with you on how I end up having to modify this, because one of the moves has you, holding the dumbbells and you're doing the clean and press, and then you're doing some squats with it. I suppose I could grab a couple of little soup cans or something like that, but I'm just going to try and make it a little bit more intense. Maybe add some plyometrics into that just to kind of go for it. So, time to dig into it. The HIIT workout, it's a good one. With the high intensity interval training, HIIT, doing that a couple times a week just not only elevates that heart rate, but because you're skyrocketing the heart rate and then you bring it down a little bit and recovering and then bring it back up, that's going to help burn calories throughout the day. I mean, many hours. That's why programs like TurboFire, Insanity are so effective at just burning calories constantly that I'm so glad that they have two of them in this program. One's for strength, that's what I was doing today, and another one's plyo. And I know a lot of times people think, oh, plyometrics, Tony Horton's type of stuff. And while some of those moves are in there, it's a lot of jump training, just very different moves. This program has some rockin' music to it. You actually have the option to crank up the music, and that just elevates you to work harder and work better. My little modification for today, you may have seen me do this. I think that's probably why it's got P90X on the outside of this backpack, is because it's so durable. I filled this with a bunch of canned foods and a whole tub of recovery formula and a couple other things to kind of make the weight. And I'll tell you what, I'm glad I did that because my heart rate went a lot higher doing the moves, the power moves that way. And so, absolutely loving the fitness here just the combat. They're just fun workouts. This one was only 30 minutes. Now I'm going to jump into one called Inner Warrior, which was more of a recovery, stretching type of workout, very short. So that way. I am going to go and show you the Calgary Skyline from our balcony here, and just to kind of show you what that looks like there. So anyway. It's a morning view from our balcony here in Calgary. You can see the little stadium out in the distance there beyond that apartment complex, and I know you're about to get a big glare. This is a morning glow here, but check out that little skyline there. Pretty darn cool. Right from our balcony, we get to see this from downtown until we get our own place to rent. There we are. I don't know if you can see them way out there. I can't quite zoom in, but way in the distance beyond those little towers there are the Canadian Rockies, just an hour away. And that's all I have for this week's podcast. You gotta check out Les Mills Combat. Rockin' awesome. You've got the website here, so just goes to show you to always mix things up, and remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week.